Hello, my name is Briana. This is Briana is Going Places. And today, cross his leg, we are talking about books. My book goals for 2023, to be exact. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Briana, like I said 10 seconds ago, and I'm happy that you're here. I'm about to get emotional about books. I really like to read, and I recently rediscovered my love of reading in 2021. In 2021, I read 60-something books. I can't remember the exact number right now. And I think it was spurred on by a lot of free time after I broke up with my, person that I was dating. And I read and it made me feel better. And last year, I had an amazing feat for myself. I read 103 books. And that just solidified how much I love to read. Like, it really shocks people when I tell them that I read that much and they're like, oh, did you actually read? Did you skim? Oh. I am a fast reader. I know that as a fact. But I also just really love to read. Like, it's the thing that I do. Like, when I have free time, I read. I don't really care to watch TV as much as I used to. I don't really care to do other things. I just want to read. And so that's what I do. So this year, I kind of wanted to really dive into my reading and make some goals. I love making goals. If you've been on this channel for any stretch of time, you know that. And so I wanted to share my 2023 reading goals with you. My first goal is to read 75 books. Every other goal that I have is going to culminate in me reading 75 books, hopefully this year. So, one of the big things I want to do this year is focus on branching out in genres. I have read a lot of romance over the past 2 years, and I will still continue to read a lot of romance. I love happily ever afters. I love love and I love hope. And so romance does all the things that I want and gives me all the things that I want. But I do want to branch out a little bit more and read some other genres that I haven't been really giving a lot of attention. And so my goal maybe is like 75% romance, 25% other books instead of like 90% romance. One of the ways that I'm going to hopefully achieve that goal of 75 books and reading more genres is through a reading challenge. This year, besides just having a reading number goal, I want to attempt a reading challenge. I had you all vote on Instagram. If you are following me on Instagram, Briana is Going Places, then I had you vote between 4 different reading challenges: the Oxfam Reading Challenge, Book Riot, Pop Sugar, and the Romanceopoly. And there was a tie between 3, so it wasn't a very helpful vote. But I ultimately decided on completing the Oxfam Reading Challenges. There are 12 challenges for the 12 months. January's challenge is to read a thriller. February's is read a romance. You know, I got that one down packed. March, a book by a female author. April, a classic. May, a fantasy. June, a book by someone from the LGBTQ+ community. July, a dystopian. August, autobiography or biography. September, a prize winner. October, a book by a Black author. November, nonfiction. Apparently November is nonfiction November. And December, anything, as long as it's recommended by a family member or a friend. I am really excited to complete that challenge. Hashtag Oxfam Reading Challenge. And yeah, it's going to be great. I do think I'm going to maybe attempt book riots as well, because it has a lot of cool prompts that really will stretch me out of my reading comfort zone. And so even though I only wanted to do 1 challenge, I might do 2. And technically 3, because I'm going to be doing one that's like a NetGalley challenge. Okay. Read new genres. I really want to read a poetry book this year. Last year in my book video, I talked about the books that I wanted to read in 2022, and one of them was I wanted to read a poet. I did not read any poets in 2022. So in 2023, I really want to read a book of poetry. I was going to say a book by a poet, but a book of poetry, same thing. I really want to read a fantasy book, and I really want to read a mystery. I haven't read any of those genres recently, and I used to be super into Nancy Drew, so I really want to read a mystery. Water break. I want to write more reviews and work on my craft of writing reviews. So I do want to write reviews for every 4 and 5-star book. And I also want to like have a reading journal ? I feel like writing and like drawing about the books I read will be a good way for me to get off the screens and really solidify my thoughts about a book. So that's kind of something I really want to try, is to keep a reading journal. And I also want to post to my website, brianaisgoingplaces.com. Right now I'm doing Bloganuary, and it's been good posting on my website, and I want to post on my website more consistently. So I think posting about the books I read will be a very good way to keep me consistent, because I know I will be consistently reading. Third goal. 2 was write reviews for every book. 3 is make an audiobook. I want to make an audiobook. This is probably going to be of a classic, like Pride and Prejudice, Little Women. Those are like the ones that are top of mind, like Jane Eyre, maybe Wuthering Heights. Something I've read before, maybe something I haven't. But I really want to make an audiobook and put it on this channel, because it's just something I want to try. I think it would be fun to try. Number 4 is finish recommendations from friends. Last year, I asked for 12 books by 12 friends. I saw this template by an Instagram user whose name I will put because I do not remember. And I got some great suggestions from my friends, but I did not read them. I read 2 maybe. And so I need to be a good steward of my friends and my friendships by actually reading the books that they recommended to me. Number 5 is that I want to read the classic romance authors. This was kind of a hard goal, because I didn't really define what a classic romance author was. But I just knew that I really wanted to read Beverly Jenkins, who was a romance author that I heard so much about that I'd never read any books by. And then also people like Nora Roberts, who I also heard so much about and haven't read any books by. The romance genre is what's it called? Like, not a monolith, but it is a huge, I can't think of the word. Huge, like something that holds something up of the literary industry. Like, romance is big. Romance is one of the most read genres, and it doesn't get the respect it deserves. We all know this, but there are so many people who were pioneers in this genre, and I do want to write. I want to publish a book and a romance novel, a rom-com if we're being specific. So I want to read about the people who came before me. I did look up some authors, and I made a list, and on here it goes from A through W. So that is ZYX. That is 23 authors that I'm like, I need to read. I need to read so I know what real romance is. I'll give you like the top ones. Beverly Jenkins, Nora Roberts, Danielle Steele, it's a name I hear a lot, Alyssa Cole, Brenda Jackson, Julia Quinn. That name might sound very familiar to you Bridgerton fans. Sarah McLean. I'm already reading. Why don't I just read the rest? Those are the people that I found looking through different lists, combing through different lists. So those are the people that I'm hoping to maybe get a book by this year, if not by next year. So that's it. I've got a lot on my docket for reading this year. And right now it is, let's see, it is 1:15. So I really need to wash my face off. I need to take these contacts out. I know I've done a video without glasses. Isn't that wild? And I'm reading The Bodyguard right now. So I want to read some more of that before I go to sleep, even though it's already 1 a.m. That's what I'm going to do. What are you gonna do? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what some of your bookish goals are this year, okay? And if I never see you again, I will be sad, but I hope that you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and a great rest of your life. All right? You deserve it. We all deserve it. Okay. Bye. Bye.